1. The changing meaning of shipowner. In the past, a shipowner was usually a person or company directly involved in shipping. They bought or built ships, selected the cargoes, decided the routes, employed the crew, and managed the fleet directly. Crews often worked for the same company for many years, and there was usually a clear career path within that company. Today, the idea of a shipowner is much broader. A ship may be owned by a bank, an investment fund, a group of investors, or companies with little or no shipping experience. These owners may see ships mainly as financial assets. Because they may not have the knowledge or staff needed to operate ships safely and profitably, they often need professional ship management companies. The chapter emphasizes that the ship owner still remains important because the owner decides how the ship is used and receives the net income generated by the vessel. However, the practical operation of the ship may be transferred partly or fully to another organization. 2. Why ship management companies became more important. Modern shipping is heavily affected by legislation, safety rules, environmental requirements, certification, inspections, and reporting duties. These requirements demand trained personnel and strong office systems. For a company with only a few ships, the number of shore-based staff needed per ship can become very expensive. This creates an economy of scale problem. Large ship management companies can spread office costs, expertise, compliance systems, and technical support across many vessels. As a result, they can often provide management services more cheaply and efficiently than a small owner operating only a few ships. The chapter also notes that modern communications have changed ship management. Ships and shore offices can communicate quickly by email and phone, but managers must still consider communication costs, time zones, and the practical flow of information. 3. The 3 main ship management models. The chapter identifies 3 main models of ship management. Traditional management means the owner manages the ship in-house. The owner employs staff directly, maintains an office structure, manages crews, handles operations, and ensures compliance with rules such as the ISM code. This gives the owner full control, but also requires strong expertise and significant cost. Outsourcing means the owner contracts ship management to a third-party specialist company. The management company may handle technical management, crewing, operations, commercial work, accounting, finance, and daily vessel administration. The owner still funds the vessel and has the final authority, but the manager controls everyday operations under the contract. Hybrid management is a mixed system. Some functions remain with the owner, while others are outsourced to a management company. This arrangement can be useful when the owner wants to retain control over certain areas, but needs specialist support in others. 4. Reasons for outsourcing ship management. The chapter lists several reasons why ship owners outsource management. Owners may want to reduce costs through economies of scale. They may also want flexibility, allowing them to invest, sell, or diversify without maintaining a large internal management structure. Outsourcing also allows benchmarking, meaning the owner can compare how efficiently the vessel is operated. Another major reason is the growing burden of legislation. Finally, some owners simply do not have the in-house expertise to operate ships. The chapter also points out that outsourcing changes relationships within shipping. In the past, the master of the ship had a close and direct relationship with the owner. With management companies, the master may now deal with several different entities such as the owner, manager, charterer, insurer, flag state, and other parties. Therefore, clear instructions are essential so the master knows where authority and responsibility begin and end. 5. The ISM Code and Responsibility. A key part of the chapter concerns the International Safety Management Code, or ISM Code. The ISM Code requires clear identification of the company responsible for operating the ship. This may be the owner, the manager, or another organization that has accepted responsibility for the ship's operation. If responsibility is transferred from the owner to a ship management company, the owner must report the full details of that company to the flag administration. If this is not done properly, ISM audits and certification responsibilities may still fall on the owner. The chapter stresses that ship owners should keep records, proving that the flag administration has been informed and has acknowledged the transfer of responsibility. This protects the owner and clarifies who is legally responsible for compliance. 6. Ship management contracts. The chapter explains that ship management contracts define the services, obligations, payments, responsibilities, and legal relationship between owner and manager. One widely used standard contract is BIMCO's Shipmen. 2009 Agreement. Shipman 2009 is described as a globally recognized standard form that can be adapted to the needs of each contract. Its structure includes standard information about the parties, the basis of the agreement, services, obligations, insurance, budgets, income, expenses, fees, legal terms, and annexes covering vessel details, crew, budgets, associated vessels, and fee schedules. The chapter suggests that ship managers can use this standard agreement as a template or comparison tool when reviewing their own company's contracts. 7. Shipping, globalization, and economies of scale. The chapter then connects ship management to global economics. Shipping is presented as the only practical method for transporting large quantities of goods around the world. The type and size of ships influence freight costs and commercial viability. Globalization has changed trading patterns and encouraged larger ships. A major example is the growth of container ships. Early container ships in the 1950s carried around 500–800 TEU, while later generations reached capacities of 18,000 TEU. The chapter explains that one modern large container ship can carry the same number of containers as many early container ships combined. This increase in size creates economies of scale. Larger ships can reduce costs per unit of cargo by spreading crew, fuel, insurance, and operating costs over much larger cargo volumes. Similar developments occurred with oil tankers and bulk carriers, although tankers face limits related to pollution risks. The chapter also gives examples of very large ships, such as large ore carriers, LNG carriers, cruise ships, and crude oil tankers. However, it notes that smaller ships remain important because many specialized trades and ports cannot be served by very large vessels. 8. Specialization in ship management. Ship management companies may specialize in certain vessel types because different ships require different expertise. For example, managing LNG carriers is different from managing bulk carriers, cruise ships, or offshore vessels. Specialization can improve efficiency and safety because staff become familiar with the technical systems and operational needs of a particular vessel type. However, the chapter warns that excessive specialization can create financial risk. If a company manages only one type of ship and that market declines, the company may suffer. Therefore, management companies may spread risk by managing several ship types across different sectors. 9. Main ship type categories. The chapter groups ships into 4 broad categories: wet, dry, passenger, and offshore. Wet ships include LNG carriers, LPG carriers, chemical tankers, vegetable oil tankers, bitumen carriers, crude oil tankers, and clean petroleum product carriers. Dry ships include bulk carriers, ore carriers, general cargo ships, container ships, reefers, ro-ro freight ships, cement carriers, livestock carriers, and pure car carriers. Passenger ships include cruise ships, passenger liners, ferries, high-speed passenger craft, passenger ro-ro ships, and passenger sailing ships. Offshore vessels include offshore supply vessels, anchor handlers, diving support vessels, standby vessels, seismic survey vessels, crane ships, FPSOs, FSUs, tugs, oil rigs, and drilling ships. The chapter also mentions specialist ships such as semi-submersible, heavy-lift ships, and fishing factory vessels. 10. Crude oil tanker classifications. The chapter provides a classification of crude oil tankers by deadweight tonnage. Handy-sized tankers are up to 50,000 DWT. Panamax tankers are roughly 50,000, 70,000 DWT. Aframax tankers are about 70,000, 100,000 DWT. Suezmax tankers are about 100,000, 200,000 DWT. VLCCs, or very large crude carriers, are about 200,000, 300,000 DWT. ULCCs, or ultra-large crude carriers, are about 300,000, 565,000 DWT. The chapter notes that size alone is not the most important point. The real focus should be on the ship's operational restrictions because these determine where and how the ship can trade. 11. The complexity of the ship manager's role. The ship manager must understand the company's safety management system, often documented in a safety management manual. This manual guides how the company operates, how departments interact, and what procedures must be followed. A ship manager must also understand reporting lines, who they report to, who reports to them, and which departments or people they must coordinate with. This becomes more complicated when companies have offices in different countries and when vessels operate globally. The chapter gives an example of the international nature of shipping. A company language may be English, the ship manager may be British, the office may be in Dubai, the ship may be registered in Liberia, officers may be German, crew may be Filipino, the owner may be Norwegian, the charterer may be American, the P&I club may be Danish, and the voyage may run from Brazil to China. This example shows that ship management requires strong communication skills, cultural awareness, and the ability to work across time zones. 12. Communication and information flow. Modern communication systems allow ship managers to contact vessels, owners, charterers, insurers, and other parties quickly. Email is fast and relatively cheap, while telephone calls are more expensive and should be used when necessary. Email also allows large amounts of information and documents to be sent quickly, which was not possible in the past. However, there are still limitations, such as attachment size and the need to manage information accurately. The ship manager must therefore balance speed, cost, clarity, and accuracy in communication. 13. Computers, information systems, and KPIs. The chapter explains that computers and information management systems have transformed ship management. Databases allow companies to store, retrieve, compare, and analyze information. This is important for accounts, operational costs, maintenance, compliance, and performance measurement. A major point is the use of key performance indicators, or KPIs. KPIs help managers assess how individual ships, groups of ships, and the entire fleet are performing. Without computers, this would require much more staff and much more time. However, the chapter warns that computer systems are only as good as the data entered into them. If the input is inaccurate, the results and analysis will also be inaccurate. Therefore, speed and accuracy in data entry are essential. 14. Planned maintenance and compliance. Information systems are also used for planned maintenance systems. These systems can be off-the-shelf software or custom-built systems. A good planned maintenance system helps track maintenance tasks, operational performance, costs, and technical condition. Although planned maintenance may be mainly handled by the technical superintendent, the ship manager should understand the system and have access to relevant information. This is because maintenance affects operational performance, costs, safety, and compliance. The chapter links this to the ISM code, especially the requirement that the company must establish procedures to ensure the ship is maintained according to relevant rules, regulations, and company requirements. Even though the ISEM code may not directly use the phrase planned maintenance system, such a system is strongly implied by the need to maintain records and demonstrate compliance. 15. Overall message of the chapter. The overall message is that ship management has evolved from direct, owner-controlled operation into a complex professional service shaped by regulation, globalization, technology, and financial pressure. Modern ship managers must understand legal responsibility, contracts, ship types, technical systems, communication networks, information technology, safety management, and cost control. The chapter shows that ship management is not simply about operating vessels. It is about coordinating people, systems, regulations, money, technology, and international stakeholders so that ships can trade safely, efficiently, legally, and profitably.